hey, you know what, bro? I've been doing this for years, man. And I stand up for everything that's going on.
Everybody, this is Nico Bellic. Stay tuned and stay affected.
So, how's it going today, folks? It's a Monday, it's cold in England, but you know what's not cold? The box office for The Woman King. Their second week running, this triumphant movie that was meant to pull punters into the theatre, because if you want to see a real slice of history, folks, you're going to get it right here. Or should I say, an alternate history. It's kind of like what they're doing with the MCU at the moment, making alternate universes. It seems that what they're doing here as well, they're taking a slice of real history about the Dahomey tribe, and they're kind of turning it into a little bit of a fan fiction fantasy. So I saw this great article and I thought I had to read this out to you before I conclude this video in a way that you would expect from me by now. And by the way, folks, if you haven't yet done so, please like, please share, and if you want to, maybe subscribe. So, The Woman King is set to make $11 million this weekend. Pitiful numbers for such a highly marketed epic. The folks over at Sony must be eagerly waiting to pop those champagne bottles in anticipation of, hopefully, recouping back their money maybe 1 or 2 weekends from now. Earlier, if The Woman King is the resounding box office success most prognosticators claim it to be, then why is its second weekend gross going to be so weak? Isn't the truth of it all that The Woman King is actually underwhelming expectations at the box office? It has a budget of $50 million and will probably have a $38 million overall total by Monday morning. Weak numbers, sorry. This just confirms to me how artificially created the buzz was. There is none. When you have an entire mainstream media apparatus backing up a movie like they did with this one, then you'll end up getting false perceptions. And yet, these pundits, especially that Forbes guy, are continuing to play the game of pretend. The Woman King will probably have a 4,550% drop when all is said and done this weekend. It'll most likely garner around 10 million and place third behind Don't Worry Darling and the Avatar reissue. This is about the weekend box office yesterday, folks. And yeah, Don't Worry Darling made a measly $19.2 million in its box office. That's what, that's 2 million more than what The Woman King did last week, which is hilarious. Maybe it breaks even next weekend. I doubt it very much. Now, I found this hilarious clip online of Viola Davis, and you gotta hear this. One thing I've got to say, folks, when you get a person of color interviewer just maintaining their status quo by saying, hey, you know what, bro? I've been doing this for years, man. And I stand up for everything that's going on. But let's just play this out because it is absolutely hysterical. Now, I do believe, folks, that Viola Davis has stolen Bjork's wardrobe. So, Bjork, if you're wandering around the streets of America or Iceland, wherever it is you live now, wondering where your favorite red dress has gone, well, look no further, babe, because it's right here.
Making this normal, because this carpet feels different for me. I've been doing this for a while.
Absolutely. I completely 100% agree. But here's the thing I'm going to add to that.
Okay.
It will just be a moment if people don't come see the movie.
Hey, you heard?
Okay?
That's right.
Because you're sending a very clear message to a machine called Hollywood. A machine called Hollywood is interested in green. It just is. It is what I do. So if you don't come see it, then you're sending a message that black women cannot lead the box office globally. That you are supporting that narrative. And if you want to normalize it, come see it the same way you would, the same way you would Black Panther,
Spider-Man.
Iron Man, Spider-Man, or any other movie that doesn't have any of us in it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, the husband is saying, well, you can go and see Spider-Man, Iron Man, so he clearly prefers to watch those films instead of those with his wife starring in them. And I've got news for you, Viola. I did take your hint. I didn't bother going to see your film, not that it's actually opened in the UK yet, that's going to be next week. But instead, I looked online, I found a very empowering movie that spoke to me in volumes. It was Black Eagle by Jean-Claude Van Damme starring Sho Kosugi from 1988. So there you have it, folks. A quick cringe reaction video to you to another equally cringe individual they call Viola Davis. The look in her eyes, that almost tearful expression that nobody's going to come and watch this fictionalized version of history. I find it absolutely hysterical and laughable. And oh boy, let this continue to burn into the ground because it completely deserves it. This is the reason, folks, why people don't want to go watch films in the cinema anymore. I haven't been in the last sort of 3 or 4 months because there's nothing worth watching, which is why I buy my films and my entertainment secondhand from CEX, because they've got a great library of movies and television shows that people have disregarded only for me to come in and swipe it all up. So yeah, I've got my copy of Spider-Man No Way Home and Far From Home to watch, the Steelbook editions. So thanks, Viola. You saved me the trouble of getting on a bus, going into my local Cineplex, and suffering fools gladly in your diatribe movie called The King Woman. I'm going to call it that, actually. So folks, if you enjoyed this video today, make sure you hit the like button below. Make sure you slap that subscribe button like it was Pamela Anderson's cheeks. And if I were you, and if you were me, I will see you on the next video.
Well, that's the end of the show.